Hello, and welcome to William Scrope, 91.
Hello and welcome to the mighty Jeep adventure. It is all electric. It has no internal combustion, unlike a V8 motor, and it's just a sort of very good Grand Touring made cars. This is an electric Grand Tourer. Fun fact, it was almost a decade since they made their first ever Grand Tour, because the Grand Tour series was starring Clarkson, Hammond and May, because it wasn't until episode 3 and 4, which is called Opera Arts and Donuts and Environmentally, which they put the tent in the port of Whitby. After they'd been to Johannesburg and Cape Town in South Africa, and before they head off to the port of Rotterdam in the Netherlands. And that's where they headed after they'd been to Whitby, off to the Netherlands. And they have segments of targets through the presentation, including professional reviews of each of their cars, like the Porsche 911 GTS and the BMW M4 GTS, because that's both of the GTS made cars, and Grand Tour Super Sport cars, and of course because the episode before that, when they went to Whitby, they have Jeremy did review the fastest car it's ever driven, and it's been on the top of the leaderboard back then. The American test drive that car, the Aston Martin Vulcan, and it was on the leaderboard, on the top of it board. And in Celebrity Brain Crash, Charlize Theron bitten by a lion, and in Whitby, they're doing the Italian-made Grand Touring cars. Well, actually, not Italian, but Anglo-German, Aston Martin and Rolls-Royce. Well, Hammond did in his American-made Dodge, doing silly donuts and all the stuff that he'd done just anyway. But well, sensibly, May and Clarkson did what the original Grand Tour of old do explore on the Grand Touring cars. The Rolls-Royce, the blue Rolls-Royce Dawn, and the reddy orange Aston Martin DB11. And in environmentalism, and what James May did made a car made of mud. Hammond with his forest of the rural community is what it's called, a rural community. And Clarkson, cow skin, bone meat, and what they did was just they had to go to the cross Wales to the racetrack, and they have a little bit of a conversation straight, and then someone said, shouting on Brown Astons to Jeremy, saying, get out, security, kill him. And that's what they did anyway. And in Celebrity Brain Crash at Whitby, both occasions, but 2 episodes anyway. And first of all, we see him starring in Shaun of the Dead and Mission Impossible, and amongst others. It was Simon Pegg eating his cornetto, and the gulls are just snatching off from him, and then he just fell into the harbour. And in the following episode, he's starting in the harbour, who is one of the all-time most loved British comedians and a jet ski enthusiast, is Jimmy Carr, and he ran into a boat. Poof! Exploded, charmed, and blood stain in the water. So that would be a no. Does that mean it's not coming on then? That's a no. And that's what happens then. Yeah, that's where we're gonna find out. Where we're gonna find out where both of the celebrity brain crashes took place there, and what we must see in using the segment called Celebrity Brain Crash. So here we are. We're in the fishing port.
Right, we can't stay here long because we'll get into trouble.
Oh, that is. That was the bridge where, in the Celebrity Brain Crash, you may have seen on TV, that Simon walked across there, hassled by seagulls, and they just, he just fall into the harbour. Does that mean he's not coming on then? Well, James, you're just filling his lungs, so that's a no. And then in the next episode, though, Jimmy Carr, shush. Does that mean he's not coming on then? Well, James, he's burst, and he's now chums in the waters of the harbour. So that is a no. He's not coming on.
He's there for your king, isn't it? That's what we were on last time. That's what I'm going on tomorrow. That's the one.
And this is where all the cars stood there. That's where the Grand Tour tent is, overseeing the harbour. You see the large windows there, and that's where Hammond, May and Clarkson and front of the desk and talked about the presentation, showing them some of the video presentations, them in Italy, them in Wales, in their environmental cars and all this stuff. They just Conversation Street, as well as Celebrity Brain Crash, where Simon Pegg ended up, and Jimmy Carr ended up there. And if anyone on who's a follower on YouTube, if any one of your my followers who subscribe to my channel, make sure you get Amazon Prime on TV and you go to watch that Season 1, Episode 3, Opera, Arts and Donuts, and Episode 4, Environmentaling. That's what you got to look up on Prime Video, and it's on Prime Grand Tour Season 1, Episodes 3 and 4. Check it out on the Amazon Prime app on your TV or any one of your devices, and see where and you see what I mean by Celebrity Brain Crash points, where Jimmy Carr was there and the one before, Simon Pegg, there. And that's where they're going to be.
On that terrible disappointment, it's time to end. Thanks for watching. See you next week.
And that's him, Jeremy Clarkson, said miserably after his house had been blown up. There is and this is where the exact point where the tent is. And that was, and over there, that's where the curtain of where Hammond, May, Clarkson walked towards there. Yeah! Clarkson, May, Hammond!
Some beautiful Aston Martin Grand Tourers.
And that was where the view poured over sea then.
BMW 7 Series. But is it a 7 Series underneath? It's bits of the floor panel. £265,000 for a convertible 7 Series. It isn't. If you're going to drive across the sea, which we're going to do, take on some culture. That's what. A brown car. It isn't brown. It's brown. Look, let's not bicker. Actually, on this occasion, let's get on.
So we'll be able to go to the celebrity brain crush bit. So use my imagination, viewers, as I got to play the sound bit, and use your imagination where Simon Pegg dropped off the bridge into the river of the harbour.
That's really inappropriate, but don't do that. This is very friendly.
And that was Clarkson crossing his arms in the look at it. Disgrumplement
Not
after.
only did you knock us into the sewage-infested waters of Venice, but the present we gave you in half.
No, it was only like a two-piece jigsaw puzzle. And I
A
put it back
two-piece
together again.
jigsaw puzzle was over there. There it is.
Perfect.
Hammond,
Yes.
art galleries do not saw artworks in half just to get them up the stairs, you moron.
Anyway, listen, before we move on, can I just say something about that Aston Martin? Not to wind you two up, I genuinely mean that. It's an amazing car. I know the steering wheel is square.
And it was brown.
Yes,
and I know
it wasn't
the interior
brown, it was
wasn't very
orange.
nice, but genuinely it's affected me. It's been living up here ever since I got back. And talking of up here, it's now time to play Celebrity Brain Crash. Yes, it's time for a top celebrity.
Here comes our top celebrity.
Fearsome test of skill, coordination, and observation. Now, so far, I should explain, no celebrity has actually made it to the tent.
No, they've all died.
Yes, but our fingers are crossed for this week because our guest is a huge star. You'll have seen him in Mission Impossible, Star Trek, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and he's here to talk about his new movie, Spielberg movie, Ready Player One. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Simon Pegg! There he is. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, with his cornetto. Always a cornetto. Now he's battled aliens, he's battled zombies, he should have no problem at all with a short stroll through this pretty little town.
Of all his films, it's Paul that I like best. I think that stands
Because
out.
Paul was the forerunner of Ted, really.
Think about it,
It was
yes,
first, it came first.
It's Hot Fuzz, it's Hot Fuzz for me. It's just because of the fight scene.
There he is. He's on the bridge. Looks like he's been hassled by seagulls. They're after his cornetto, I think. Yeah, they're after his cornetto. Oh! Oh, God.
Literally nothing we can do.
We're going to get a reputation.
Does that mean he's not coming on then?
Well, James, he fell into the harbour and the icy waters of the North Sea are now filling his lungs. It's a no. He's not coming on.
You see what I mean, viewers? That was how Celebrity Brain Crash happens there. What happened to Simon Pegg?
A self-driving car. For 7 years they've been at it. Got a picture of it here. It's absolutely hideous. And I was thinking, well, how hard can it be?
Oh, God.
10 days ago, I thought, well, I'll give it a bash, okay? And I've already finished it.
Have you?
Yes, it's here.
Is it?
Yes, it's here. Let's bring it out. It's phone operated. So, hang on.
What?
No, here it comes. Right.
Forwards.
Please
Forwards.
try not to be distracted by the harrowing scenes
Forwards.
of left.
Left.
Straight.
Of
Harrowing scenes of
Simon's harrowing scene.
lifeless corpse being fished
Big fish.
from the harbour. I know that's
got
upsetting
weird
for some
now.
people. Right, okay, we need to make a bit of a hole in the crowd back here because I'm going to bring it into the tent studio so you can see how brilliant I've been. Forwards. In. That is brilliant.
will there be a place where you can find where is the bit of the septic tank? Does that look like the bit when that Romanian man got hit in?
That feeds a view of the road ahead to the system inside.
What system?
Well, there's bonnets here. Come round, I'll show you the gubbins. Ready? There it is.
Well, it's just a man! It's just a man in there!
Great thing is, it's so easy to get in and out of, you know. Look, there I am. And now I don't need the phone, I can use my speaking tube.
Oh, God!
Well, that was me.
What's
Or is that
Romanian
Hammond?
backwards? In Naopi, I think.
Well, where is Clarkson?
Naopi. It is, obviously. It's violin.
Might be an then turn into a goal.
Made it work. I have. You know, backwards. I'll just stick to English. Backwards.
So here we are, viewers. This is the end of the journey, and we end up with Jeremy Says.
Thanks.
And that will be Jeremy saying at the end, as we're about to say.
Let's get this straight. You blew up that picture of me on the horse.
Yep.
And on that terrible disappointment, it's time to end. Thanks for watching. See you next week.
So, thank you for watching, viewers. So hopefully you like to subscribe to my channel. So, as Jeremy said, on that terrible disappointment, it is time to end. See you next time.
Thank you for watching the video content. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel at William Scrope 91.